So today we're going to talk about red flags, but in a woman's perspective. Now, I got my girl to jot down a few red flags, and so we're going to go over them. So the first thing is guys who like small talk or engage in shallow conversations. So we'll just put shallow convo. Shallow convo. So engaging in shallow conversation each time shows a lack of interest in long-term relationships. This is what my girl said. And I can kind of, I can understand where she's coming from, because at some point, you need to engage in some type of deep conversation, something with some type of substance, some type of meaning. If all you talk about is just small talk and shallow things, it comes off like you just trying to hit and quit, like you just trying to skeet and skedaddle. That's how it comes off. So yeah, I definitely understand that. So guys, beware. No shallow small talk. I won't say no shallow small talk, but you can have small talk in the beginning or whatever. But at some point, the conversation needs to go deeper. Next up is going to be communication inconsistencies, and we'll just put communication. Now, we know that communication is basically the key to a great LDR, and when you're not consistent in communicating, a lot of times that's all you have in an LDR. So making little effort to communicate with a person who is interested in you will make time. Let me rephrase that. Basically, a person that is interested in you will make time, no matter how busy their schedule is. An LDR cannot work without communication. That's facts. However you choose to communicate, whether you prefer heavy texting, light calling, or heavy calling, light texting, or heavy video chat, light texting and calling, whatever y'all, work out. But just make sure that you are consistent in communication, because it's not only a red flag because a LDR can't work without communication. It's also a red flag as to who else you talking to, because you're not talking to me. Who else you talking to? And see, when you're that far apart, inconsistent, like being inconsistent with communication, man, that can break it up. That can sow seeds of cheating, all types of stuff. So yeah, keep that communication consistent. The third one is asking for sex in a few days of interaction, right? So asking for sex, bringing up sexual remarks and things like that, very, very early, super early in the relationship, or it's not even a relationship yet. Like y'all just getting to know each other. So bringing that up early. My girl wrote, it's giving I'm only here for a good time. Online dates, LDR needs more emotional connection than physical connection for longevity, because you don't see each other, which is true. You need during a long distance relationship, during that phase of the relationship, you do need a more of a emotional connection than physical connection. And also, if a guy is just bringing up sex after a few days of interaction, things like that, two things is going on. Either his roster is crazy and he don't really care about what you say, how you he don't really care about your reaction, because his roster is full anyway. Now, another thing it could be is he's just desperate. Now, desperate says a few things. When you're desperate, you're not necessarily looking at the long term. You're looking at the short term. How can I fulfill this short term itch that I have? And so you're looking at it from he's looking at it from that perspective. He's not looking at it as for a long-term relationship. So, he's thinking like the Hulk.
Smash.
The next one is going to be accountability. Now, accountability is very key for guys. And it's key to guys because if a person can't admit that it's their fault or even learn from their mistakes, they're going to struggle to not only grow inside of the relationship, they're going to struggle to grow in general in life. That's a good life skill to be accountable. And I think this is more key for men than it is for women, simply because men and women, we live almost two separate realities. We're in the same world, but we live totally different lives in just how people treat us. Men get treated more. The world treats men more harshly. We don't really get the benefit of the doubt like a woman does. So a lot of times a woman can kind of skate away with being accountable, and men, you can't really skate away with accountability. And so, what to watch out for is, blaming others for their problems, refusing to apologize or take responsibility during the conflict. And then also, it's somebody who always complain. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I used to do this way back in the day. I used to do this. My ex, I'll never forget. My ex told me, if you ain't gonna do nothing about it, don't talk about it. If you're not gonna do anything about it, then just don't talk about it. Because you keep on talking about it. You keep on complaining. Basically, she was saying I was complaining, but I'm not doing anything about it. And so I'm complaining. I'm not taking accountability for my part in the situation. And I'm not going out there and, trying to fix what I'm complaining about. Right. So don't be that guy. Right. Don't be that guy that complains, never takes responsibility. It's always somebody else's fault or whatever. Don't be that guy. The next one is going to be the inability to handle conflict. So we're just going to write conflict right here. Basically conflict management and things like that. So this is a red flag, the inability to handle conflict, because in a relationship, you're going to have plenty of disagreements and conflict. And so how somebody handles disagreements reveals a lot about their emotional maturity, their communication skills. Now, what to watch for: shutting down or disappearing when conflicts arise, overreacting, or becoming defensive at minor disagreements. Now, if you haven't seen my video on long distance relationships are hard, I give some advice on just conflict management in general. So you can check that out. I'm put it up in the card up above. And then next up is going to be unclear intentions about the relationship. Now, why is this a red flag? This is a red flag because a person who avoids discussing what they want or where the relationship is may not be serious about a commitment. And ladies, I'm just gonna bring y'all into the mind of a man, the mind of my mind. When I met my girl, I had clear intentions on a long-term relationship, wanting to go into potentially a marriage. That was my intentions for the relationship. So in my past relationships, I've had plenty of unclear intentions going into the relationship because I'm just trying to clap some cheeks. You look good, I want you. What Booty Warrior said?
I like you, and I want you.
Right. So that's basically what it is. It's just attraction. It's just attraction. They just want to smash. So what to watch out for, responses like, let's just see where this goes, without any type of like deeper conversations, hesitation to label the relationship or define boundaries. Now, I know a lot of times, ladies, y'all can kind of fall into the trap and let the dude hit, and then y'all find out, quote unquote, find out that, oh, his intentions, he really wasn't about nothing. He just wanted to hit all along. And so you have to pay attention. You have to pay attention. Is the guy goal oriented? Is he, truthful with you? Is he, having those deep conversations? Is he having those deep conversations, or are he having shallow conversation? What is he talking about? And so a lot of times the previous red flags will flush out these red flags before you let them smash, and it's too late, right? Before you done got another body. So anyway, check out this video right here on how to survive a long distance relationship, and I'll holla.